Claro Artist back again. Welcome to my channel again. Now this time I will show you my way how to draw a hand in a more easier and effective way. I wouldn't say, there are many titles on YouTube, how to draw hand, the best ways, the easiest ways, the simplest ways. Now, I don't say this is the easiest, this is the simplest, or this is the best, but it's the combination of all. I don't think that there is a best method. There are many methods, and one method is the best for an individual person, and for another person, the other method is best. And also, it's always different. For example, if you're a beginner, maybe you need another technique, but when you are a little bit more experienced and more advanced, maybe you need another technique in order to just boost your knowledge much more better. So this time I will show you one of my technique what helped me a lot to boost my technique and how to imagine, the hand, because most of the time many people struggle with the hand because there are many different positions and it's hard to imagine to draw it. So this is what I make this video for. So basically, now that I make this video, I give you a hand. Never mind. So my technique is, if you have a little bit more experience, I will show you a different technique if you are a beginner, a total beginner. But if you have some imagination, you draw sometimes hands and it's okay, but it's not the best. What I like to draw is, most of the time the people try to draw these basic shapes. For example, like this, this is the basic hand, and maybe if you need more help, you draw some 3D stuff like this, and then you draw the thumb and the rest of the fingers like this. But at first it's good, and to try sometimes I think it's really good, but for me long term it's it's just too slow. It takes a whole bunch of time, so I don't really like this method. What I like is, first, is the A point of my technique is, first, don't try to draw the realistic hand. Don't try to draw really, the length of the finger, the shape, the form, and the whole stuff. Don't try to do that, because it's like when you draw a portrait and you start with the detail. What I like to do is not focus on drawing a real hand, but more like a cartoonish hand. Something like this. When it comes, a big thin thumb and with 4 fingers, and also thick and big and yeah, just like this. This should be the basic, I think. Okay, it's a little bit ugly, but never mind. So this should be the basic, I think, because if you became advanced in drawing cartoonish hands properly, then it will be much more easier to draw realistic hand shapes and forms and angles. This is what I think, and this is what I experienced worked for me. So, first, focus on drawing this kind of hands. And second, how to draw this. If you don't have this imagination how to draw this kind of hands in different positions, for example like this, if you're experienced, you just imagine what you want to draw, and maybe you need sometimes help, but if you can imagine, then you draw like this, and you can shape your own hand, right? Just like this, and you put there everything you wish to put, and that's it. But if you don't have that skill yet, what you can do is, don't focus on being correct or being nice, just be a mess. Just to warm up your skill, just to do like this, whatever you want, just be messy, sketchy, do doodles, whatever you wish. And then when you warmed up yourself, then what I recommend to do is, you check, for example, this hand. This is a very simple, something like this position. And what you can do is be messy. Just do the shape, not the basic shape, but I showed you the triangle, the square, and this kind of stuff, but what easiest for you, and just be as messy as you can, just like this, just scratch it, yeah, just as you can, scratch it, and even if it will be messy, it's okay because it don't take too much time to figure out the position what you wish to draw. And when you finish with the position what you want, then you can change tool or whatever, and you can refine it and you know, just find the basic lines, and that's it. You have the arm. Now, what about with the more difficult and more advanced hands? Now, if you want to draw more advanced hands, then maybe it's not enough. Now, what I think is the best in if you are a beginner and you want to really draw advanced hands is just to simply search for pictures. Now, for it depends on your level of experience, but if you want to draw this hand, this right here, oh no, not this, but this guy. If you want to draw that, then what you can do, and you can draw it because maybe it's too difficult for you. What you can do is just to search a picture of it and copy it. The most simple way, here's a picture and you draw like this. You just basically go on the lines and copy it. And you know, I don't even think about it. You don't have to think about it. Oops, it's ugly, but this is the easiest way to draw. And when you copied it, then the basic shapes will be in your hand, in your brain. So now you are more experienced, so to say. And when you're done with that, what you can do is, here's the picture, and you just do like this. And again, you can be really messy. Don't have to concentrate on being accurate or correct. And because you focus on being, you know, to make a cartoonish hand, you don't even have to focus on being realistic and, you know, the proportions and the other stuff, because to focus on the proportions at first is just frustrating. You just don't have to take time and effort into it because there's no sense. It will just make your progress much more slower. And now this is ugly hand. Okay, now you want to correct a little bit, but again, don't focus on being accurate, because actually accurateness or being realistic proportions is a relative phrase, because there are many cartoons and animation and anything you can see which is not accurate but appealing to the eye. And today what is really important is to create something what is appealing to the people. So now here back again, you just correct a little bit to be a little bit more accurate, but again just cartoonishly. Make a little bit more thick fingers, and most of the time, which is really important, many artists I see try to draw every part of the finger. What I mean by that, the finger stands from 3 bones. This is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. Here you can see, just like that. And the beginners, or maybe the more experienced, try to draw every proportions, every part of the finger, and it just make it difficult. And when you focus on just draw a cartoonish hand, you just want to focus 1 part and 2 part. That's it. And even of the end of the fingers, don't really try to make this kind of really ovaled fingers, because it can make you know, this is an ugly finger. I did this here as a sketch, but if you make it a little bit more squarey, it will look more cartoonish, more appealing to the eye. And if it's more appealing to the eye, you will have more motivation to draw, and your visual capabilities will increase to the sky. So here again, here the finger, I just do, this is 1 part. Here you can see the angle, the break of the angle. And here's the again, and just make it a little bit more angled, just like this. And basically that's it. And this is, you know, realistically an ugly hand, but in a cartoon style, it's totally perfect. So this is why I said that it's relative what kind of hand you draw, because it doesn't matter. And here you have the hand. And when you start to draw hands like that, this kind of messiness, and just let it free, just let it free to flow. And again, here, yeah, just 4 finger, that's it. The basic, the really basic, and not the basic, because you know what we talk about. The really basic is the cube and the other basic stuff, but that is too basic even for a really beginner, I think. So what I mean really basic is this kind of sketch, and also this line here. This is important because this shows that the hand is looked from this angle, from the front, because here you don't have that line. Here, when you draw the hand from here, then you draw this line, or you know, maybe like this, as you can see here. So that is really important. It's a really simple, just one line, but it makes the whole thing much more important. Maybe if you can, you know, here's another line, put here, and maybe here the fingers, like this part, you can put here, and that's it. It's really simple, really free. And the most important thing in art, I think, in my opinion, is to be free. Because when you are free, you have the most freedom. When you have the most freedom, you are more creatively and productive as you can be. You can go to your top, and there is everything is possible. You know, then you can able to create anything you want. So this is first, be simple, be free, be creative, and just let it flow. When you let it flow, everything will be perfect. And here again, at the last hand, then, you know, again, just be messy again, and just let it flow, be free. And I just can repeat myself. If you focus on really be cartoonish, you don't have expectations for yourself. If you don't have expectations for yourself and you are more free and let it flow, then everything will be much more easier. And if it's easy, you will be much more, I mean, not easy like easy, and you don't push yourself to the limits, but what I mean is without expectation there's no frustration, and you can develop yourself without any kind of useless frustration, because sometimes maybe some frustration in some situations, in some level, it's good. But what I'm talking about is that in my past I was frustrated a lot of time and it was useless. I'm not sure. I believe that it's not really work, but again, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but what I told you about the freedom, about the productivity, just let it flow. You can develop yourself and boost your knowledge without useless frustration, and that is the key, because you can enjoy the process while you developing yourself. And here you have a perfect cartoonish hand. What else do you wish? So guys, that's it for today. I hope that it helped you. If you gained value from this video, smash that like button. And if you wish to receive more video like this where you can get more value out of this, then just subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye guys.
Hello guys, I am the very first animated character made by Rabin. If you enjoyed the video, push that like button. And if you wish to receive more video like this, then subscribe. Until the next video, I see you later.